Hello, my name's Rachel and I lead Signs and Sounds. When you come to Signs and Sounds, the class is all about, most importantly, having fun and developing that bond between yourself and your baby or your toddler, but also about promoting communication, so empowering you and your baby to be able to communicate about what your baby wants or what your toddler is trying to tell you. Often babies and toddlers can get very frustrated when they can't express to you what it is that they want. But if you can give them the tools of signing, that can help them to tell you what they want and empower them to be a lot more independent as well. Signs and Sounds is a class for babies right from birth through to the toddlers and up to age 5. Signs and Sounds is a great class for parents as well. Often a lot of baby classes are very much focusing on just your baby or just your toddler, but we also promote learning a language yourself. We learn British Sign Language in Signs and Sounds, so you can use that as a tool yourself to communicate with deaf people.
I think when she was really young, when she was like 3 months old, originally I was like, this is a really nice class, it's really nice to see all the other parents and the other kids and stuff. So it was probably more for me at the time, to be fair. But as time's gone by, it's really become apparent how helpful the classes are with communication and her social skills. And it's been an eye-opener, to be fair. Just coming from when she was about 3 months, now that she's 2, her signing and her talking is kind of working side by side. So there's never really a point where I have to ask her what she's talking about, like what does she want or what does she need, because if it's in sign or with her words, she gets the message across quite easily. So there's never really a time where we're frustrated or we don't know what's wrong or we know what she needs. So it's been really helpful. I think it's mattered a lot.
I'm here today with Dolly, who is 2.5, and Jonathan, who's 7 months old. We've been coming since Dolly was 3 months and Jonathan you were only a month old. So a long time. Rachel's lovely. And if there's anything you don't quite get in class or there's anything extra you want to ask, she's always there to help and support. Yeah, we love Rachel.
We've been coming since he was about maybe 5 or 6 weeks old. I think I've really enjoyed seeing the gradually he's got more and more out of it. So obviously as he's developed and has got engaged with more things, he's got more involved with the classes and enjoys it more. So at the start he just used to lie back and kind of hear the bell and the singing bowl and different noises, but now he actually really reaches for the shakers and the bells and he really wants to get involved, so that's been good. I quite like taking away songs that we'll learn. There's some that we just do again and again because he seems to like them and I remember them, which is always handy.
I think it helped him to communicate with other people without any frustration. He can use his sign language and express himself better than other people, and it's a good start, I think.
What's your sign name? Can you do your sign name? Yeah, Rose is your sign name. And we quite like all the food signs, don't we? So what do you mean by that?
Full.
You're full. And what do you do for hungry? Do you remember? That's it. We do that in the morning sometimes at breakfast. They respond really positively to it, and yeah, Rose has got a lot out of it as well, because I was worried that she would be a bit too old for it, but actually she's really enjoyed it and really engaged with it.
So I'm speaking Czech to him all the time, most of the time. Then Daddy is speaking Punjabi, and of course English is just by air. So yeah, three languages of it at the same time. It's good to kind of say like, would you like orange, pomerange, you know, like saying it in different languages and just get some sign with that as well.
Signs and Sounds has been fantastic for our whole family. It has given us a communication tool to use, given us a really great activity that we know is regular. It's always on a Monday. We know we can come along and get another burst of learning and another load of songs that we can sing for the rest of the week, and it's just been fantastic for both of them, and they're so different from each other. They were born very prematurely and it's really helped their development and their communication massively. Imogen, when we first came, was on oxygen, and she was able to still take part in the classes fully.
When I drive past sometimes, he's like, oh, no, here, stop here. So he definitely knows where we're going when we come. And just from last week's lessons, we we were reading a book about wild animals, and there were lots of trees and flowers, and he actually did the sounds that we had just learned. So I was really impressed how he would go flower, flower, and then trees, so, and lion. So I was really happy to see that.
I think the most enjoyable aspect is when, and rewarding aspect, when he starts to sign back, which is starting to happen now, and he understands much more signing. One thing which really helped us was the fact that I could say to him before I do something unpleasant. For example, with medicine, we had a massive problem how to give medicine. Now I just sign, and he knows what's going to happen. He can mentally prepare himself, and it's much easier.
In Signs and Sounds we celebrate all milestones, so birthdays, 1 year anniversary, we make sure that each child gets something at those stages. Signing with your baby has been proven to help accelerate language development, learning of language, vocabulary and speech. That's ultimately the aim of the class, to enable you and your baby to communicate and to bring on speech at a much earlier age, as well as the signing and communicating during the earlier years as well.